Okay, so I found this new cooking YouTuber who is fucking dumb but funny as fuck. So we're gonna watch him. I watched his burger one. He actually made a very good burger. It was a wheat burger, but it was
Right,
funny.
so this is Korean
I'm
fried
watching him
chicken
go.
versus American fried chicken. And see if there's truly the best version.
I'm a baked
Before we
chicken
start,
nigga.
I'm just gonna say probably Korean because it's got the sauce, but let's make it to find out.
We got two avenues here, so we're gonna explore both at the same time.
Attempting to experience both at the same time may cause you a lot of problems in your relationship, but when it comes to fried chicken, it always achieves its intended pleasurable result. Luckily, I have 2 bags of radioactive chicken thighs to explore, and as I'm opening these bags, I think I noticed the droplet of chicken juice fall into my coffee. As a master of sanitation, I got a little freaked out, so I have to take a sip to calm myself down before inspecting the clip.
Bruh.
It just barely missed the cup, so we're all safe.
Yeah! Let's begin with our Korean fried chicken, also called yangnyeom chicken. How's my pronunciation?
That's a pretty nice job, team. As he said, we're gonna start with the Korean one, aka Yum Yum Chicken.
Start with 2 pounds or 900 grams of chicken pieces. You can go with wings, drumsticks, thighs, or a nice mix.
Starting off with about 2 pounds of radioactive thighs.
To that, you'll add 1 tablespoon or 17 grams of grated ginger,
about 2 small knobs of grated ginger,
1 teaspoon or half a gram of fine ground black pepper,
a mysterious amount of ground black pepper,
generous salt to taste,
grab some salt to taste, and then grab some more to season. Before I massage them in, let's get the other bowl ready before it gets jealous.
Now for the buttermilk fried chicken, you're gonna want the same exact amount of chicken added to a buttermilk marinade consisting of 2 cups of buttermilk.
So buttermilk is basically milk with its lactose turned into lactic acid through fermentation. And like any other acid, it has the ability to denature protein, making meat more tender.
1.5 teaspoons or 8 grams of...
I didn't know that. Also, I never had buttermilk, so whenever I meet fried chicken, I never use it.
Optional.
2 teaspoons of mandatory MSG.
1 tablespoon or 9 grams of ground white pepper.
1 tablespoon or 9 grams of white people pepper.
1 tablespoon or 12 grams of garlic powder.
1 tablespoon or 12 spanks of garlic powder.
1 tablespoon or 9 grams of smoked paprika.
2 teaspoons or 6 grams of smoked paprika.
Whisk together till combined and homogeneous.
Now we'll put on gloves and massage all the thighs at the same time till everything is homogeneous.
Homogeneous, bro.
Let it sit at room temp for 5 minutes or in the fridge covered overnight.
Sit at room temp for 5 minutes or cover it in the fridge overnight. These are some drastically different options, so I'm gonna do a combination of both of them. Uncovered in room temp overnight.
Now let's take a look at the 2 different kinds of dredge. For the Korean fried chicken, it's simply 1 cup or 165 grams of cornstarch.
For the Korean fried chicken, we're gonna start with 1 cup of cornstarch
and a 1/4 teaspoon or half a gram of baking soda.
About a key bump of baking soda.
Whisk it together and that's it.
I really should have done it in another bowl, but we'll take care of it later.
Now for the southern style, there's a lot more ingredients. It'll be 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour,
2.5 cups of all-purpose flour,
2 teaspoons or 2 grams of dried thyme,
2 teaspoons of still wet thyme,
1 tablespoon or 12 grams of garlic powder,
the rest of all my garlic powder,
1 teaspoon or 3 grams of onion powder,
a big shake of onion powder,
2 teaspoons or 5 grams of celery powder, which phonetically sounds terrible,
as well as visually looks invisible,
2 tablespoons or 18 grams of smoked paprika,
2 teaspoons of smoked paprika,
2 teaspoons or 10 grams of MSG.
I feel like whispering it won't change some people's opinion towards it. So 2 tablespoons MSG.
Give that a whisk, and that is your dredge.
Giving it a ligma whisk, and that's my dredge. But this one seems much more flavorful than the Korean one.
You see, the flavor for the Korean fried chicken will be added after cooking with a sauce. Half a cup or 160 grams of gochujang.
160 grams of gochujang, or as Americans call it, the red stuff from Korea.
6 tablespoons or 104 grams of ketchup.
104 grams of ketchup, or as Koreans call it, the red stuff from America.
A 1/4 cup or 50 grams of soy sauce.
50 grams of soy sauce.
5 tablespoons or 160 grams of brown rice vinegar.
160 grams.
Like the way he cooking it, you gonna think it's not gonna turn out fire, but I seen that burger and I have hope.
Of normal rice vinegar.
A 1/4 cup or 60 grams of mirin.
I don't have mirin, so I'm gonna add whatever cooking wine I have and put in sugar later.
6 tablespoons or 46 grams of palm sugar or light brown sugar if you don't want to be a true culinarian.
55 grams of light brown sugar, and I guess I'll never truly kill an alien.
Add it to a pot, whisk till homogeneous, and heat it over medium heat just until it begins to simmer. Then let that brother reduce for only 1 minute.
So we'll whisk everything till homogeneous like this, and then we'll put it on the stove and reduce for a minute.
Immediately cut off the heat and mix in 8 cloves of finely chopped garlic.
Wait, 8 cloves?
Yes, 8 cloves. All the quirky quotes of, oh, 2 cloves of garlic isn't enough.
Recently,
Nah, garlic
for
is
no reason at all,
is
I asked
strong,
Mint Apple's
bro.
legal team if big wireless
My
companies
dad
are
put
allowed
that shit in
to raise
spaghetti and I was
prices.
not eating
Is this
it.
enough for you, Karen?
I don't know about Karen, but that's more than enough for me. My house is out of garlic, but I found this elephant garlic that's turning green. So pretty much the phenomenon that happens to all my ingredients when they enter my house. Once the sauce is done simmering, it's smooth and beautiful, we'll add in our garlic to make it a little more mysterious.
Okay, the time to fry has come.
So unlike anybody who's unlucky enough to spend the night here, time to fry has come.
For the Korean fried chicken, gently toss in the cornstarch mix and aggressively press the dredge into every nook and cranny till the wet spots are dry.
Oh, I don't need to emphasize on my hand's ability to completely dry up anything that comes its way.
Shake off the excess and place into fry oil that's been preheated to 325 Fahrenheit, and you'll probably want to do this in 2 to 3 batches, by the way.
Before we move on to the stove, I'm just gonna dredge the southern one now so we don't need to go back and forth later. Joshua's famous for his cereal but better. Maybe I should come up with my own cereal called but lazier, where I compromise quality for convenience. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Now, the Southern American style chicken is a little simpler. Remove from your marinade, toss in your seasoned dredge, and again, press that dredge aggressively into the chicken so it's completely coated.
Remove the chicken from the buttermilk marinade, aggressively press the flour into the chicken so it's completely coated, and then we'll repeat it to the other pieces and get ready to move on to the stove.
Shake off the excess and place into fry oil that's been preheated to 325 Fahrenheit, and you'll probably want to do this in 2 to 3 batches, by the way.
I'm gonna heat up my oil to 350 first, because after I put in the chicken, it's gonna drop to 325.
Let that bad boy fry for about 5 minutes or till cooked through and light golden. Immediately remove and drain on a wire rack.
Once the oil reaches temperature, we'll drop in our Korean ones first, and make sure you lay away from you.
But I had oil
You guys
pop in
might
my eye
remember the
before.
last time I made Korean fried chicken, I was traumatized. Oh god,
The
it's getting
hell?
everywhere. You know,
Why is it so foamy?
you know what? I'm just gonna let this happen. But this time the frying experience is much better thanks to my brand new Dutch oven. I actually received it as a gift from Mr. Minsu Kim. Thank you very much. So after the chicken takes on this light golden color, we can take it out.
And this is the secret here. Increase your oil temperature to 375 Fahrenheit and place your chicken back into the fryer for 1 to 2 minutes or until a beautiful golden brown.
After the first fry, there might be some juice runoff to make the exterior soggy, so we gotta increase the temperature and crispify it one last time to take on the sauce better. And we want to fry it till it's golden brown like this. And just like me after a shower, it's ready to get glazed. But before that happens,
That's
let's
crazy.
just finish frying the southern style chicken first.
Gently lay that chicken 350 Fahrenheit and fry for 5 to 7 minutes or until you have a deep golden brown, flaky, crispy buttermilk fried chicken.
Seems easy enough. All we have to do is drop in our chicken and wait for about 7 to 8 minutes until the outside looks golden brown, flaky, and crispy like this. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I think this is the best looking fried chicken I've ever made on this channel. As you can see from the smile on my face, I'm very excited to
see your
taste this
face.
fried chicken. Before we toss the Korean
What happened
one
to the
in the
third one?
sauce, let's give the
Or is that
southern
two
one a
that's
sound
big?
check.
I
Sounded
said two
pretty
that's
good.
combined
We'll
into
put them
one.
aside
Nah,
for now
it's
and
only
then
one.
finish
What
off
happened to
the
the third
Korean
one?
one.
Now pop that into a bowl, toss it with as much
Or
or as
maybe he
little
only
sauce as
did
you
two.
want, and make sure that that coats every square, microscopic inch of this chicken.
So we'll put a decent amount of sauce on our chicken. The sauce is really thick, so we're gonna have to toss it a lot to get it coated evenly. And
Ew.
finally, just in case you don't think it's Asian enough, we'll put some more sesame seed and scallion on top. It smells so aromatic in my house right now. I feel like the neighbors are about to break in.
Yes, the Korean style
Not
one
gonna
may
lie,
be
that
soft,
actually
and
looks
the
good.
southern one is not. Is that going to make a difference? My gut, in a weird way, says no. But I think an even better judge of that would be my tongue.
My tongue may be inexperienced in many aspects of life, but it sure went through a lot of fried chicken over the years. But before I give them a taste test, I wonder which one would you guys pick on Instagram?
Smoker lung versus healthy lung. The exit. I didn't eat this today.
You know, I knew I was gonna get roasted, but I'm pretty happy knowing that I'm about to eat them. Alright, let's start with the southern one and give it a second round of sound check.
Perfect.
Now we'll taste it and rate it 1 through 10.
That crunch was
That was pretty insane. Let's taste the Korean one and rate them together from 1 through 10.
Damn, that shit sounded wet.
Baby.
I was worried that it was not gonna be crispy, but I guess unlike my sister, the cornstarch held its integrity for a long time. After tasting both of them, I realized I actually prefer the American Southern one. The buttermilk perfectly seasoned the entire chicken and every bite is flavorful. By the way, that's a blood vessel, not a worm. But it does achieve the same effect of taking away all my appetite. And the flour-based breading is more crunchy and offers a unique bready flavor. I also like the hint of sourness in the chicken from the buttermilk, I hope. On the other hand, the Korean one is just as flavorful and crunchy. The spiciness from the sauce adds a good kick, and the fermented gochujang gives it a lot of depth and complexity. However, the amount of sugar in the sauce is turning me off a lot. I don't really associate fried chicken with sweetness, and I know that a lot of Korean dishes need that sweetness to counteract the spiciness, but personally I just prefer not having chicken with sugar. Plus, who doesn't love a salty surprise in their mouth? But anyways, Joshua's recipes are always good, and I think my execution today is alright. I'll give the southern one a 9 out of 10 and the Korean one a 7.5 out of 10. Alright, thank you.
Bro, this dude is hilarious because the way he cooks it doesn't seem like it's gonna turn out fire. Like, the way he's doing it is like, oh, okay then. It caught me by surprise the first time I watched him, but yeah, subscribe to him, subscribe to me. I'm gonna subscribe to him on my other channel because that's my main one that I usually watch shit on. But yeah, see you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night, and bye.